Right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a game day edition. Morning Scone, presented by Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Game day, y'all. LSU Central Michigan. Let's see how it goes today, man. Quick note. I do have an appointment this morning with Crystal Poche, Restored Motions. Getting my back right, y'all, at 9 o'clock. So let's go till about 8:20, so that way I can get dressed and get out of here and get to my appointment. So got some time, though. Got about 30 minutes or so. We can 35 minutes so we can hang out this morning. So let's do it. Let's kick it. We'll say some good mornings. Let me know what y'all think. LSU Central Michigan games today. Big shout out to Cliff Nelson, who is watching right now on YouTube. Sent me a message via my text line, and Cliff has an extra ticket for tonight's ball game on the 50-yard line, west side. So if anyone's interested in he said make the announcement on Morning Scone. If anyone wants to come, Cliff has one extra ticket if someone wants to go tonight. It's on the 50 with Cliff. I guess message Cliff or message me and I'll connect you to Cliff. Or Cliff, how do you want me to connect you all? We'll just put it in the comments. You all can connect. All right, George Reitmeyer, good morning. Merrick III, good morning. Bubba Tatum, good morning. Aaron Fontaine, good morning, Scone and fellow Scone heads. Hope the O-line shows some improvement. Me too, Aaron. Shouldn't be too much of a concern tonight. Still one of those games like last week where you're a physically superior team and you should win the game. So, fingers crossed. Truax, what's up, man? Kyle Milliken, good morning. Andrew Cedar, good morning. Eric Hart from St. Augustine, what's up, man? Way too much orange and blue for my liking over here. That's kind of how it goes over there for sure, man. Just avoid the jorts, bro. Matt Castleberry, what's up? Buddy Chasson, morning Scone. Finally got the electricity after 22 days in Homa. I'm excited for you, buddy. Golly, 22 days. Ugh. I'm excited for you and for everyone else down at Homa who's been grinding through this, man. We were out for a week and thought it was awful. I can't imagine 22 days. So, God bless you, man. Glad y'all got power. Onward and upward, man. Chris Maggio, morning. Happy Saturday. Let's go Tigers. Eric Hart, go Bears. Gorillas off our pack. So Catholic beat West Monroe last night for the first time in program history. Of 30-19, pitched a shutout in the second half. Actually, Catholic threw a pick six on the first possession of the game, so they were down 6-0 like that. And from that point, they outscored West Monroe 30-13. And by the way, I was watching on Bruin broadcast. High school refs, I know I said this all the time, and one of the great things about not calling, like maybe the great part about not calling a game anymore, I do miss it, I love doing it, but high school officials are atrocious. It's not that they're trying to be terrible, or they're just bad. Catholic had the ball last night, and they're up 8 in the fourth quarter, so it's a one-score game, and they're trying to run out the clock, right? There's, 4 minutes left in the game or so. And what the refs didn't realize that the guy holding the down marker on the sideline, the West Monroe dad holding the down marker on the sideline, basically just eliminated a down. Catholic had a 3-down possession. They attempted a field goal on third down because the guy moved the down marker and missed a down. And basically Catholic got a first down, a second down, and then they had to kick a field goal on third down because the refs weren't paying attention to the fact that the guy on the sideline moved the down marker an extra down. I'm like, the broadcast crew was like screaming at the coaches in the press box, it's third down, tell them it's third down. Let's see. Andrew Bristol, score prediction for Bama, Florida, LSU, CMU. LSU, CMU, I picked LSU 31-21. I think Central Michigan keeps it within the number. Great stat by Phil Steele yesterday. Central Michigan is something like, under McElwain, there's something like 18 and 8 or something like that against the spread when they're a road underdog. Meanwhile, under Ogeron, LSU's 500 as a home favorite against the spread. So, yeah, I like Central Michigan to keep it inside the number. Bama, Florida, I think Bama wins big. I think Anthony Richardson is the kind of guy that could be a difference maker in this game. He pulled his hamstring last week. He's supposed to play. We'll see how much. But, last year in the SEC championship game, I actually played Florida. That was part of my, when my betting angle was going bonkers, I played Florida in that with the points. Of course, they covered. The damn near won the game. But I don't think so today, man. Brian Wynn, good morning. Akeem Williams, what's up? Chuck Sanchez, what's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Which reminds me, of course, as Chuck is wed to the lovely and talented Jessica Sanchez, who is part of the marketing team at Brock. Brock's annual fundraiser, Brock Rock and Wine, is Saturday, October the 30th. So that's the open date for LSU. It is this year at the Renaissance Hotel. So they're moving it indoors this year. Obviously, there will be, with the name like Brock Rock and Wine, sponsored by Audi of Baton Rouge, and it's at the Renaissance Hotel this year. There's live music and tons of food and really cool event. So you can go buy your tickets right now at brortho.com, brortho.com. You'll see right there on the homepage is the Brock Rock and Wine banner, so you can buy tickets. Spread the word, man. Great fundraiser. Many people maybe don't know, but Brock provides trainers, athletic trainers. Sorry, I was thinking PT, but athletic trainers for free for high schools all over the area. And so that's part of the Brock Foundation. So this goes to support that. So really great organization, great charitable event, and great evening. So if you're all looking for something doing the open date, Brock Rock and Wine, spread the word. John DeSalvo, good morning. John Daniel Gugliardo, Brad Jones, what's up? Steve Scallon, good morning. Buddy Chesson, you know any good roofers? I do, as a matter of fact. Proud to be part of the Hutco team, man. So if you do need help with the roof, I know a lot of people really move beyond the tarping phase of post Ida. And the advice I'll continue to give, if you know you have damage and you have not done so yet, call your insurance company and file a claim. Get an adjuster out to your house. Adjusters are out working. As soon as you can get an adjuster out to your house, we will get your scope of work, and then we can start laying shingle and get rolling. But make sure you file a claim. Jeff McKithen, what's up? Hey, Dad, good morning. Chase Pellegrin, good morning. Matt, happy game day. Chris Roy, Mason Smith gets sack and a half tonight. I think he'll have a good night. I mean, he's been mighty impressive, man. Spunky and Golio, Dylan Landry, Ryan Swallow. Bought some Gamecoin. At least I think I got some, LOL. Yeah, man, last night was fun. If you're on the Gamecoin train, if you're not, it's not too late. The train hasn't even pulled out of the station yet. It's still boarding right now. The boat is still tethered to the dock, but you probably know someone who has had enormous gains, because it's just bonkers what's happened with Gamecoin, and it's just starting. People are like, oh, did I miss it? No, you didn't miss it. Next week's gonna be fun too. Yeah, so a lot of people, they sponsored Whiskey and Wine last week, and so a lot of people have been mentioning it throughout the week this week, and So people were mentioning it yesterday on AFR. So Terrio and I talked about it a little bit. So at thegamecoin.net if you want to learn more. Tom Brouillard, good morning. Chris Roy, I heard CMU ran tons of crossing routes and running back passes against Missouri. Will we be able to stop it? You know, Chris, that I have a little apprehension about that, especially with no Jay Ward. You know, Jay Ward as a safety who was a cornerback with real good cover skills, that's a guy I want in the game. So no Jay Ward back there means you'll have Major Burns and probably Cam Lewis with Jordan Tolles rotating in. So you know, Cam Lewis is a sixth-year guy who, or fifth-year guy. Cam Lewis is part of the 2017 class. Yes, his fifth year. So you know, you have an experienced guy out there who should know where he's going, what to do. So we'll see about Durante, man. Here you go. Let's see what changes you've been able to make. Scott Chauvin, feel bad about this game, especially if we can't run the ball. Yeah, Scott, I mean, it's strange that, you know, all offseason when we talked about this team, the point I made many times was, look, I'm not worried about this offense. You know, they last year with two true freshman quarterbacks, you know, average offensive line, Chase opting out, Marshall opting out, Gilbert at the end opting out. That offense last year still scored 32 a game. The problem was you gave up 35. So my point was, look, I think the offense can be fine. Just don't be the worst defense ever. I mean, I said that all offseason. Y'all heard me say it. But how much better is the defense? Look, they look improved. We'll find out tonight. Be, you know, a good gauge, I guess, as they sort of stair-step these next few weeks. But you know, the offense being stuck in slow motion is surprising. Ogeron said they're going to use tempo. I think Max Johnson's more comfortable in tempo. The downside to running tempo is if you go boom, 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 and you go 3 and out real quick, then you put your defense right back on the field. And that was certainly a problem last year. Or y'all like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. If you're on Facebook, like the page, share the post. YouTube, smash that like button. Let's see. Merritt Mathern, good morning. Like button destroyed. Bubba Tatum, what's up? Aaron Fontaine, morning, Scone and fellow Scone heads. Brian and Andy Pinton, good morning from North Platte, Nebraska. Wish I was home. I could have seen that that game in West Monroe, sorry. That paper said had over 20,000 fans there. Brian, I don't know if there were 20,000, man. Well, let me rephrase. They had like a 2-hour weather delay. Like it was lighting, so they didn't start the game until almost 9 o'clock. And so I didn't see it, because we had some family over last night. I didn't see it until the end of the game. And there wasn't 20,000 people there by the end. Maybe at the start there was, though. But I believe it, man. Catholic had a big monkey off its back. We talked about it yesterday. Catholic was 0-5 all time against West Monroe. And if I'm not mistaken, all 5 were playoff games. I don't think Catholic's ever played West Monroe in the regular season. It was always in the playoffs. And, I mean, I was part of a few of those. But as a player and a broadcaster. But, yeah, man, big win. I'm trying to tell y'all, there was no doubt Catholic was going to win that game last night. I mean, they are by far the best team in the state. And it's the thing I've said over and over again is I don't care if you like Catholic or don't like Catholic or whatever. It's irrelevant. Most people here agree that we love LSU. And, I mean, you watched Catholic last night. You see Emory Jones at left tackle. I mean, that's a dude who's going to probably be a day one player for LSU next year, given you're losing 4 starters on the offensive line. Sheldon Sampson, the receiver, 5-star. I mean, they got dudes, bruh. They got dudes. Bubba, what's your take on the LSU Caesar Sportsbook deal? I mean, it's smart. The sports books and betting sites and apps and all are just dumping absurd amounts of money into marketing because it's a land grab right now. I mean, the deal we have with DraftKings, but like if you've heard, I know DraftKings is daily fantasy. It's not a sports book like Caesars, but I'm gonna tell you the next one that's coming is Barstool. The Barstool Sportsbook. Barstool did a deal with Penn Gaming, and that's LeBerge. So I was over having dinner at LeBerge a month ago or so, and was talking to someone over in management at LeBerge, and they were telling me like the plan for the sports book and all. And that's coming early 2022. I mean, they're gonna have a full on sports book. So I guess and so you get ready to start hearing like Barstool Sportsbook ads all over Baton Rouge because it's a land grab. I know Hollywood Casino is going to have a book. I mean, they all will. So it's a land grab. I mean, everybody's trying to fight for your attention to get you into their property to bet. So, I mean, Caesars right now has a huge ad campaign going on right now with the "We Are, I Am." I'm sure you've seen it because they're blanketing everything. Just trying to get you to spend your money. So it's smart. I mean, it's smart on LSU's part. I mean, I'm sure it was a gigantic, deal, financially. Now, I'm not particularly loyal to Caesars. I don't think we endorse DraftKings. Locked On Podcast has a deal with Bet Online, which I've used for a long time. And quite honestly, I really like the people at LeBerge and and if the opportunity comes, to endorse Barstool Sportsbook at LeBerge, I mean, I think it'd be really cool to do events there. And anyway, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just sort of stream of consciousness there. But what do I think of it? I mean, it's smart for LSU. Obviously, you legally can do that deal, and the sports books are paying giant money, so it's smart. Nicholas Cantrell, morning Scone from beautiful Vail, Colorado. What's it like there this time of year, Nicholas? Give us a little snapshot of what it's like. Travis Lawrence, good morning. Cliff Calico. By the way, I mentioned it just as we started. Cliff Nelson has a single. We got one ticket with him on the 50-yard line west side for the game tonight. So if anybody wants to go to the game, anybody wants to go to the game, holler at Cliff Nelson. He's got one. And it's free of charge. So he said the unfortunate part is you have to sit with him. Cliff's a great dude, though. You will enjoy the game, I promise. Tim Gautreau, good morning. I've heard from Joe Payette. Joe Pa would be Joey Painich. Was on a text thread last night with Coogan and Joe Pa, who were both at the stadium last night. So, I've not heard from Joe Pa this morning. Kenneth Martin, morning, Matt. Why does Coach O announce his game plan during the media press conference? Tell Central Michigan he's going to run tempo. I don't think it's giving away the game plan. I mean, sorry, Dr. Drew. I didn't say giving away the game plan. I think he even said, you don't want to give away too much, but I mean, if you're a defensive coach and you're not expecting teams to go tempo in 2021, then you're really bad at your job. So, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Garrett Broussard gets fired today. We'll see, Garrett. Well, actually, it'll maybe today. If they lost today, tomorrow would be a very real possibility, depending on how it went. But I don't think they're losing today. George Reitmeyer. So should we go to the Caesars Sportsbook, make a bet? Well, you can't. There is no Caesars Sportsbook in Baton Rouge right now. But no doubt they're going to have an app. And that's kind of the big thing, right? Like all these sportsbooks are going to have apps once each state is online with betting apps. So it's all about, it's the same. The sports books are going to advertise the same way that beer companies advertise. Because, I mean, if you drink Bud Light or Miller Lite or Coors Light or whatever, like, in some respects, they're all the same. And you may hem and haw and go, oh, I want my Miller or my Coors. Well, fine. Okay. But most people, if you're drinking a light beer, it's give me a beer. Whatever. It's just top of mind awareness. It's when you're walking into the grocery store or the gas station, you're reaching the cooler, which one are you going to grab? Same thing like with McDonald's. It's just top of mind awareness all the time. So it's going to be the same with these things. It's who's going to be. So when you're like, oh man, I want to bet on this. So where should I go? Oh, Caesar's app, right? I mean, or oh, bet online or whatever. So Brock TV, can we call him up now? Call who up now? Cliff? I don't know if you're talking about Cliff, but if you are, holler at him. He's right there. Dale Broussard, good morning from Houston. Taylor Hudson, which running back makes the biggest impact today? You know what? I'm going to be very curious to see if Trey Bradford plays. But we saw Trey Bradford play last year. He's good out of the receiving game, the pass catching game. It'd be hard to imagine, being on campus for a week and then making a real big impact. I'll stick with Ty Davis Price. I mean, I think we'll probably see more of Corey Kiner tonight as well. We'll see. I just want to see the offense look fluid. You know what I mean? Just look like you're not stuck in slow motion. Like you know what you're doing. Like you have your game plan you're trying to execute. Daniel Gugliardo, how hot is O's seat at the moment? I mean, warm, getting warmer. And I don't think it's going to get cooler before the season's over. John Moore, Lance Richard, Chris Maggio, smash that stuff. Yeah, smash the like button, please. 44 watching on YouTube, only 21 likes. Let's smash the like button. John Morris, if LSU loses this game and next week Coach O is gone, I would say yes. I think if they lose today, there's a good chance that it happens tomorrow. If they lose today and next Saturday, Boyce Yarbrough, good. What's up, Boyce? Good morning. Fire the coach. Father John David III, morning Scone. Got a bad feeling brewing about tonight. Remember, Central Michigan is flying in today, which is kind of weird. I feel badly for them. That sucks. But yeah, flying in today, flying out afterwards. That travel, like flying and then getting off the plane and going to play a game is tough. But I think LSU's going to be okay today. I really do. They're a 19.5-point favorite. But I don't think they cover the 19. I think they will win the game. I picked it 31-21. I think LSU will win. I don't think they cover. I think it's closer than that number. And I think it's going to be frustrating offensively. It's just, it's what this team is right now. So, let's see, boys. Will we see Les Miles from the shotgun tonight? Pete's. Les Miles from the shotgun? Pete's. Let's see. There y'all. Losing a little steam here. George Reitmeyer, Champion. I get it. Got it. Have you heard anything on Langlois returning from injury? A lot of positive from him in camp before he was hurt. Champ, I have not. And so Langlois is Matthew Langlois from Catholic Point Capiz, freshman safety. I don't know that we were going to see much of him this year playing safety anyway. Special teams potentially. But you really need to get Jay Ward back for next week. I'm worried about next week as it is. Man, if you have no Jay Ward, oof. Where are we? Nyquillis, what's up, man? You think they covered 19? I do not think they covered the 19, Nyquillis. I think, I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it again for those that joined late. Phil Steele had a really interesting stat yesterday on the show. Said Central Michigan is something like 18-6 under McElwain as a road dog against the spread. And then maybe that number isn't right. There might not be enough games for that. But anyway, maybe it's not just under McElwain. Maybe it's like in the last 5 years or something like that. But and Ogeron, LSU's 500 against the spread as a home favorite. So, a lot of signs point to Central Michigan keeping this inside the number tonight. Joe Delmonico, who's going to show up at Don Juan in a red hat looking for action tonight. Bro, it would be hilarious if everybody who's watching showed up in a red hat and sat at the bar behind us. I would laugh my ass off. That would be the greatest thing. Oh man, y'all come out to Don Juan tonight, man. Me and T-Bob will be there after the game doing whiskey and wine. Should be fun. Next week's going to be really fun because next week with an 11 a.m. game means we start whiskey and wine at 2:30. So we can actually, have a day. And they do serve food at Don Juan as well, by the way. It's it's a limited menu, like bar menu food, but you can grab a little, little something to eat. Dale Broussard, Sage Ryan available. Unless if he's made progress, they make him available today, but I do not think he is. George Reitmeyer, Caesars also bought Harrah's and Isle of Capri. Looks like they're really trying to put a footprint in Louisiana. Oh, for sure. Look, naming rights to the Superdome. They did the deal with LSU. It's a land grab, man. It's very smart. Let's see. Champ Hester said Langwell for injury would have seen significant playing time on defense. Hybrid linebacker, safety type, maybe. Especially with the way they're playing right now. Let's see. Is Quan hurt? That guy can't catch a break. He is hurt his elbow last week, and he went to IR. So Quan and Davenport both went to IR, so they're out at least 3 weeks. It's brutal, man. Ugh. Pick the Panthers to beat the Saints. Got a bad feeling about tomorrow. God, I hope I'm wrong. God, I hope they just roll again. Just don't think it's going to happen. Dale, did Roe get canned from whiskey and wine? You'll have to ask Roe that. But no, he did not get canned. I don't know if I trust this team to put up 31 against anyone not named McNeese. Travis McGraw, not a Catholic Eye fan, but I was glad they finally whooped West Monroe finally. That was a late one, yeah. Hope all's well, Travis. Been a minute, man. Let's see. Been predicting they barely win tonight and lose next week. Then a coaching search will begin. So, Father John David Mathern, the coaching search has already begun, bro. Sir. All right, a couple more minutes, y'all. I got to get out of here. Going to see Crystal Poche this morning. Let her work on my back. Restored motions. If you got pain, a lot of people on here who have gone and seen Crystal. Know the drill, man. Just book a session. I had a few weeks ago when I threw up my back and I missed that AFR on Friday and I was in bad shape, man. God. Literally that morning, I texted her. I was like, I just threw up my back. Do you have a cancel? She's like, oh, so somebody's looking out for you. She's like, I just had a cancellation. So I went in there that day. She at least got my body out of shock. I went last week, going again today. I'm going again next Friday. Just gotta get right, man. Walking around as a 39-year-old with a back brace on. That's for birds, bro. Gotta get right. All right, real quick, because I gotta get going. Cale Reynolds, more Matt, whole feeling around this football program right now makes me even more ready to see what Jay Johnson has done to improve the baseball team. A lot of people, even the Bertman era players that were pushing hard for Bianco, are very much on board with Jay Johnson. Why doesn't Terry make an appearance on Whiskey Wine? Because Terry is hanging out at his house, bro. Terry really is a homebody. Like, he doesn't do much socially. Like, he really doesn't. It's not bad. It's just like, his family. He's close to his inner circle. He's at Traction a lot. Obviously works really hard with us on HUDCO. But he just, I think a big part of that, I don't want to speak for him, but I think a big part of that is, when from the time he was in college and then shortly thereafter going pro, like, you're constantly on the go. Buses, planes, hotels, you're just, restaurants, ballparks. I mean, we did that for, 10 years of his life through his early years of being married and having kids and a family and all that stuff. And then it's like, and then it ends. And I think, you're okay not doing all that stuff for a while. That's kind of why. Let's see. Been listening to the Scone T podcast. Really like it. Podcast is the only easy way to get info since we're still dealing with aftermath of Ida, no Wi-Fi and spotty service. Well, thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Hope you and the community down there are recovering. Drew's back next week. All right, y'all. As always, shout out to Brock, Batters Orthopedic Clinic, HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Can Crystal Poche fix a broken heart caused by LSU being poo? Maybe not that. Patrick Cason, good morning. All right, I think we're just about done. Tim Gocher, Lattimore didn't put on IR, right? Guess I think maybe back sooner. Tim, Lattimore has been practicing. He's limited, but he's been practicing. He may try to go with a club on his hand. It would not surprise me at all if that happened on Sunday. I'm very hopeful for it, actually. Okay, y'all, I got to get going. I got to go see Crystal Poche at Restored Motions. Book a session. I'm telling you, if you deal with pain, just trust me, from someone who has dealt with chronic pain and has tried everything. She's amazing. So, Crystal Poche at Restored Motions. Shout out to her. Appreciate her a lot. And those are unpaid, by the way. Like, that's not a paid endorsement. I just know how miserable it is to live your life in pain. And it sucks. Anyway. But she's helped me a ton. So hopefully I know she's helped a lot of you all too. So, okay, y'all. I got to bounce. Y'all have an awesome Saturday. Go Tigers. Jeremy Hill and I will be live for Eagle 98.1 Game Day at 1:30 on 104.5 ESPN YouTube or Eagle 98.1. And then a Whiskey and Wine after the game. So if you're not subscribed to the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button there or the 104.5 ESPN Facebook page. T-Bob and I are live right after the game. Okay, y'all, have an awesome day. We'll see you a lot today. Later.